Hello, dear friends. At the previous lessons, we spoke about infinitives, which are infinite forms of the verbs or verbals. Today, we will have a closer look at another verbal, which is called the gerund. So, the topic of today's lesson is the gerund. Итак, тема нашего сегодняшнего урока – герундии. Thus, the objective of the lesson will be to learn how to form and to use the gerund. Таким образом, цель нашего урока – научиться узнавать, образовывать и использовать герундии в предложениях. Итак, начнем. Герундий, как и инфинитив, является неопределенной формой глагола. Он обладает как признаками существительного, так и признаками глагола. Его очень легко образовать. Нужно прибавить к основе глагола инговое окончание. Это инговая форма глагола. Например, we enjoy reading. We enjoy books. Traveling broadens mind. Experience broadens mind. Excuse his being late. Excuse his absence. Gerund works as a noun in these sentences. В данных предложениях герундий работает как существительное. Сравните. Books, reading, traveling, experience, being late, absence. В следующих предложениях герундий ярко проявляет признаки глагола. Например, I insist on visiting him regularly. We are looking forward to meeting you soon. He's fond of playing football. Visiting him regularly. Глагол visit присоединяет дополнение him и характеризуется наречием regularly. Строго говоря, мы рассмотрели герундиальные фразы, gerundial phrases, потому что visiting is a gerund, visiting him regularly is a gerundial phrase. It is easy to form a gerund. All you have to do is to add ing to a base verb. But we naturally must remember spelling rules. Let's have a closer look at them. We must drop silent e at the end of the verb. For example, make, making, write, writing. We must double a consonant after a short vowel. For example, drop, dropping, sit, sitting. And we must change ie into y if a base verb ends in ie. For example, die, dying, lie, lying. Now we are going to discuss the functions of gerund in sentences. The gerund is used as a noun. For example, smoking is unhealthy. Eating fresh vegetables is good for your health. After verbs love, like, dislike, hate, to express general preferences, we use gerund as an object. For example, she likes cooking. I hate getting up early. The gerund is used after certain verbs. They are admit or admit to, признавать. Avoid, избегать. Cannot help, не могу не. Consider, Считать, рассматривать, обдумывать. Continue, go on, keep or keep on. Продолжать. Delay, задерживать. Deny, отрицать. Enjoy, наслаждаться, любить. Escape, убегать, спасаться, избежать опасности. Excuse, извинять, извиняться. Fancy, представить себе, нравится. Imagine, воображать, представить себе. Finish, закончить. Forgive, простить. Involve, включать в себя. Mention, упомянуть. Mind используется в отрицательных и в вопросительных предложениях. Означает возражать. Miss, пропустить, не заметить или скучать по. Postpone or put off, отложить, перенести на более позднее время. Practice, упражняться. Prefer, предпочитать. Prevent from, предотвращать, мешать. Report, сообщать. Resist, противостоять, сопротивляться. Risk, рисковать. Can't stand, терпеть не могу. Suggest, предлагать. Часто совместные действия. Understand, понимать. Etc. The verbs must be learned by heart. Let's have a look at some more examples. He admitted to stealing her bag. Он признался, что украл ее сумку. I couldn't help laughing. Я не мог не рассмеяться. Fancy seeing her in such a funny dress. Вообрази себе ее в таком смешном платье. Your job involves answering phone calls and typing letters. Ваша работа включает в себя ответы на звонки, и вы будете печатать письма. He mentioned visiting the gallery. Он упомянул тот факт, что он посетил галерею. We have to postpone or put off playing the game. Нам придется отложить игру. I don't mind helping you. Я не возражаю против того, чтобы помочь вам. We use the gerund after certain expressions. I'm busy. It's no use. Нет смысла. It's no good. Бесполезно. It's worth. Стоит. What's the use of? Какой смысл? There's no point in. Нет смысла. Be or get used to. Привыкать. Have difficulty in. Испытывать затруднения, etc. For example, it's no use crying. Нет смысла плакать. It's worth reading. Это стоит прочесть. There's no point in asking him. Нет смысла спрашивать его. I can't get used to living on my own. Не могу привыкнуть жить самостоятельно. We use the gerund after prepositions. For example, he left without saying goodbye. Он вышел, не попрощавшись. On returning home, we rested. После возвращения домой мы отдыхали. The gerund is also used after verbs with prepositions. Some of them are aim at, стремиться к. Accuse somebody of doing something, обвинять кого-то в чем-то. Confess to, сознаваться, признаваться. Insist on, настаивать. Give up, бросить, отказаться от. Look forward to, с нетерпением ждать. Object to, возражать. Rely on, полагаться на. Succeed in, преуспевать, удаваться. Persist in, упорствовать. Differ in, отличаться по. Think of, представлять себе, думать о. Result in, давать в результате. Be capable of, быть способным. Be fond of, любить. Be interested in, интересоваться. Be responsible for, Отвечать за, быть причиной. Be similar in, походить на. Be good at, хорошо справляться с чем-то. Be afraid of, бояться. Depend on, зависеть от. And some others. Let's read the sentences. We insist on visiting him. I'm fond of traveling. My friend is good at solving maths problems. We're thinking of buying a new flat. I object to inviting her. We rely on getting the information from him. We also use the gerund after go for physical activities and sports. For example, she went swimming. They go skiing every winter. Now let's try to learn some of the verbs which are followed by gerunds. I suggest learning them together as I find it easier. You may hear me saying, I suggest learning the verbs together, and this will be the first sentence with the gerund. I insist on learning the verbs by heart. Do you mind memorizing them? You can't object to learning a gerund if you're here. I hope you are looking forward to learning more verbs followed by gerunds. You are capable of learning them. We will practice using gerunds in sentences. Please keep repeating them after me, because if you pronounce things, you can't avoid remembering them. If you are tired of gerunds, you can postpone or put off doing the lesson. I admit to being a bit tired myself, but I can't delay or finish explaining things. To prevent my students from feeling bored, I thought of involving songs and other sources into the lesson. Please forgive me my being assertive. I'll persist in revising verbs followed by gerunds. I can't stop teaching, and I will continue talking to you. I will go on recollecting verbs followed by gerunds. I got used to using gerunds in my speech, and I want you to be used to using them freely. Now I'm busy helping my students to remember verbs which require gerunds. I have no difficulty in inventing things, but it is up to you to decide whether I'm good at explaining things. It's no use crying. There's no point in arguing. Gerunds are worth practicing. I must confess to having other interests apart from English gerunds. For example, I like cooking and I enjoy reading. Can you imagine me cooking a delicious dish? I think you can, as well as it's easy to fancy me reading a book. I'm fond of traveling and I consider visiting Australia. But I will not deny playing computer games. I cannot resist playing them. My children even accuse me of surfing the internet in the evening too often. However, as almost everyone, I can't stand losing a game and I hate being delayed. So, excuse my saying goodbye. I can't quit without saying a word. I'm sorry for doing this, but my computer game is waiting for me. Now let's practice, please. Click on the pause before you hear the translation to do it yourself. Она каталась на лыжах в прошлое воскресенье. She went skiing last Sunday. Он отрицал то, что он украл деньги. He denied stealing or having stolen the money. Он признался, что видел его в тот вечер. He admitted to seeing or having seen him that evening. Я настаиваю на том, что мы вместе поедем туда. I insist on going there together. Я предложил поехать туда вместе. I suggested going there together. Бесполезно ходить туда. It is no good going there. Нет смысла просить его. There's no point asking him. Он упорствовал в том, что хочет поехать туда. He persisted in going there. Она начала делать домашнее задание в 5 часов. She started doing homework at 5 o'clock. Этот фильм стоит посмотреть. The film is worth seeing. Путешествие расширяет кругозор. Traveling broadens mind. Курение опасно. Smoking is dangerous. Он вошел, не постучав в дверь. He entered without knocking on the door. Вы не возражаете, если я открою окно? Do you mind opening the window? Она терпеть не может делать уроки. She can't stand doing her lessons. Я не мог не рассмеяться. I couldn't help laughing. Она бросила играть на пианино. She has given up playing the piano. Он не способен украсть. He isn't capable of stealing. Она перестала мне писать. She stopped writing to me. Our lesson for today is over, but I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.